So ThreatLocker's core mission is to accelerate the use of zero trust technologies in cybersecurity. One of the big challenges in cybersecurity is we're constantly failing to defend our businesses, and we've seen this over the last 2 decades. So what we've done at ThreatLocker is we said, well, how can we actually defend businesses? And the only true way to do it is to take away access where access is not required. So when we started ThreatLocker back in 2017, we were coming out of 4 years of helping companies recover from cyber attacks. We started off doing ethical hacking, and then it turned into people calling us to say, hey, we've been hit by ransomware, we've been hit by malware, and none of them were able to detect the attacks in time. So what ThreatLocker wanted to do was say, we've got to stop these attacks. And we advised every single client, you've got to block everything by default, but there was no real technologies out there to do that were viable unless you were a massive multi-billion-dollar company. So ThreatLocker came around with the intention of making it easier to deny by default.
We see a constant need for protection against zero-day exploits. Over the last 10, 20 years, you've seen the rise of, different strains of ransomware, malware and such, where a lot of these reactive solutions have fallen down is the ability to detect or stop zero-day exploits being weaponized. How do you protect against something you've never seen before? And that's where our zero trust or at least privilege policy applies.
So I think the challenge for ThreatLocker is really making people aware of the threats that surround them. We often see on the news, on the media, big companies being hit by cyber attacks. What we don't see is smaller, mid-sized businesses. And the reality is that's not because they're not getting hit. For every large organization you see hit, there's 1,000 smaller organizations hit. So we've got to make sure people understand the threats in their environment. And our biggest challenge is making sure that we educate the market, we show them the risks associated with it, and we make sure that they know that it's not just large organizations that are targets, but also mid-sized, small organizations are hit by ransomware attacks and cyber attacks all the time.
ThreatLocker Security Suite is aimed at everything from small to medium-sized business up to large enterprise clientele. We range across a number of verticals, everything from manufacturing to healthcare to finance to education. Now, the days of people thinking we're not big enough to be hacked are long gone. You're just not big enough to make the news. So finally, people are waking up to this and realizing that once you have data that's valuable to you or your business, you are now a target.
The reason we exist is because you cannot stay ahead of all threats. It's impossible to detect every threat out there before it becomes an issue. So what we do is we block by default. And when you block everything by default, it really doesn't matter if it's known to be bad or unknown. If it's not on the list, it cannot run in your environment. And that is our core focus. Zero trust principles, block first, limit what applications can do. And the other stuff, yes, we chase the threats, we hunt the threats, we do everything else, but that's the backup. The core of ThreatLocker is zero trust. So I think the team is the real part of it. ThreatLocker has about 450 staff, cyber heroes we call them, and they range from everyone from the marketing department right through 24-hour, 365-day-a-year support to our clients, which is less than 30-second response time all year long. We've got some of the most advanced threat intelligence team, advanced development teams in the world, and we're constantly hiring and growing that team. And that's what allows us to deliver the best service. We're very proud of what we deliver to our clients. Nobody else in the industry responds within 30 seconds, 365 days a year. And this isn't an outsourced offshore response. It's our staff in our offices helping our clients directly who really understand the product and really understand the threats.